Most of you have probably already heard of Bensina, but for those that haven't, we'll start from the top. Bensina is a very strong unit because of her taunt mechanic. Now, her whole kit revolves around the number of enemy graves you can produce in round 1. The more graves, the better. But take note that units that become skeletons because of Beliath's buff are not considered graves. So yeah, proccing a single enemy grave will activate Bensina's taunt, and so in essence, she's like an improved defender version of Walia, if you don't hit something like a Lucius. So if you maximize Bensina in PvP, she's essentially a Cowley Walia Dalvi hybrid. She does a lot of damage like Dalvi, although it's not fixed damage. She's very tanky like Cowley, and she activates taunt without hitting like Walia. Her damage can even exceed Dalvi if you play your cards right. So the reason why she's a lot better than her special taunt counterparts is because she has more survivability and damage than both Walia and Leclis. She can even kill Cowley in the late game, meaning that if you have already experienced the 1v8s versus Cowleys and Granhilders, Bensina can help you alleviate that kind of situation. So if you don't have a Beliath or a strong Nortas yet, Bensina will definitely help you. So Bensina doesn't have a reflective counter skill type. That's a first for a meta taunter. This alone makes Barbara obsolete upon her release. So yeah, that's just another consideration when getting Bensina. Because Bensina doesn't really have to attack in order to proc taunt, you want her in a relatively late turn order. She thrives with more warrior heavy compositions, which will create a lot of graves early on. But remember that Bensina is just another defender, for another taunter for your team. You don't really need to center your formation around Bensina in such a way that you would, for example, a Beliath or a Nartas. So you don't really need to make a warrior heavy composition just for her. Your arena team right now is good. Just replace a taunter with Bensina and you're good to go. Her ideal stopping point is plus 14 because she won't really benefit from her 15th skill up. So that means you don't really need to build her soul gear. As for runes, I would suggest double vitals. Double defense runes would also help against Angelica users. So if you do encounter a lot of situations where Angelica does kill your Bensina, you might want to consider using some defense runes. So there are some servers such as Japan or Asia where there are a lot of Angelica users, just so that people from global understand why there are a lot of people who do double defense Bensina. So yeah, Bensina's base health is also over 20,000. So with the right health ruins, you can reach 40-50,000 very easily. So this means that she's also very helpful for the transport world bosses. If you guys do not already know, the transport bosses will only gather your score from the basic points, which is from your health, defense, and agility, and the final points is from the addition of the basic points and the remaining health of all your mercenaries. So the higher the health of your mercenaries, the better. This means that Bensina will help you graduate Therion. Although Therion doesn't really need Bensina to graduate, it would be a lot easier if you had her. As for Zartan, Bensina is required to graduate. This is why no one has graduated Zartan yet, besides those players from the Korea server. So she is definitely a must-get unit just because of her value for the world bosses. So overall, she's a very strong unit, and for most people, I definitely recommend building her. Personally, I might not build her unless I get super lucky with her gacha or my arena rank falls under rank 500 or something. I don't really plan to build her. I plan to get her at low skill level for Guild Wars and for World Boss, and that's about it for me. But after all that recommendation, why won't I build her? Well, I do have my own reasons. First is I don't really like her design at all. So it's really, the Magic Girl design doesn't really appeal to me, and I'm a very waifu player, so if I don't like the design, it prevents me from getting a lot of units. So yeah. Same with Catherine. That's the reason why I didn't build Catherine, because I didn't like the design for Catherine. And another reason is I already spent a lot of books this month to build. Plus, I plan on buying the Devil Christmas costumes for Nartas, and maybe for Granhilder as well, and Cecilia. Yeah, I'm probably gonna buy all of them, which means that on top of the diamonds already spent this month, if I buy this package, I probably won't even have any diamonds left. So yeah, that's just my justification as to why I won't get Bensina. That's it for this video, guys, and if you do have questions, just comment below, and if you haven't subscribed yet, make sure to subscribe.
Ladies and gentlemen, ショーの開幕です。
ご期待くださいな。信じられないショーでしたね。魔法少女は永遠の少女だよ。